Hello guys, in this video we will take a look at custom data validation. Please note that this is a very brief introduction to custom data validation. We will revisit the topic after a couple of sections. After we cover text functions, datetime functions, and some numeric functions. After those topics, we will revisit this at a much greater length. Okay, and we'll go a little deep at the time. But for now, it's a very brief introduction. Okay, let's jump in. Here is our data validation demo workbook, and we'll look at a very simple example to show you custom data validation. So let's apply the validation here to the cell H3. And the kind of validation we want to add is we want to check if the entered text starts with the alphabet E or not, the alphabet E. Okay, so what we want to do is, of course, select the cell, go to data validation, select custom, and as you can see, the data portion, the drop down is disabled, where you would see between, less than, greater than, the whole list. For the formula, what we will do is we will enter equal to left. Please bear with me here. We haven't discussed this formula yet. We will discuss in the next section when we talk about text formulas. So for now, just bear with me. So left, and the cell is H3. You want to check if it is equal to E or not. So this is a formula to check if the contents of the cell H3 starts with E or not. Apply the validation. Now let's say we enter something, say A, you get an error. Of course, it doesn't tell you what kind of validation is in place, but because we did not add any kind of custom message there. So let's test with the word Excel. No issue. We do programming error. Of course, doesn't start with E. Database error, it doesn't start with E. Well, that's it. We are using a function and then saying, hey, what? Look if the entered text starts with E or not. Now, whatever you enter, it starts validating the data based on the formula that you had entered. So that's why it's custom. So you can go to, you can have a longer, much complex formula there to validate the data depending on your project, and you can start validating the input. Well, it's a very brief introduction to custom data validation, and we will revisit the topic and go much deeper. Well, that's it in this video. I will see you in the next.